Lil Durk's rise from the gritty streets of Chicago to the spotlight of rap stardom is a story intertwined with the harsh realities of street life, crime, and the pressures of maintaining respect in an unforgiving world. His journey, marked by a mix of success, struggle, and danger, has led many to regard him as one of the most dangerous figures in the rap game. His reputation isn't just built on music, it's also grounded in the fear he has instilled in others through his dark and complex criminal history. While Durk's career trajectory may seem like the dream of many aspiring artists, it's his gritty, violent past that has truly shaped his persona in the public eye. To understand why so many are genuinely scared of Lil Durk, we need to explore not just his fame and musical prowess, but the events that have contributed to the shaping of his criminal legacy. It all starts with his roots in O Block, a neighborhood in Chicago's South Side, infamous for its involvement in gang violence and criminal activity. This is the environment that Durk grew up in, and it's clear that it had a profound impact on him. O Block is known for being the heart of Chicago's gang warfare, and Durk has never shied away from his associations with the street life. His affiliation with the Black Disciples, BD set, and his connections to some of the fiercest criminals in the city are things that he openly references in his music. This tough upbringing not only influenced his lyrics, but also gave him a reputation that carried weight in the streets. In 2013, Durk's name began to surface in connection with some serious criminal charges that would add to his dangerous mystique. He was arrested and charged with attempted murder in connection to a shooting incident. While he eventually avoided any convictions, this period in his life cemented his status as a figure to be reckoned with. People started taking notice not just of his musical talent, but also of the dark forces that seemed to surround him. The criminal charges weren't just a blip on the radar, they were a warning to those around him, signaling that Lil Durk was not someone to be trifled with. While Durk maintained his innocence in relation to many of the charges, it didn't change the fact that his name was now tied to violence and crime. The most chilling aspect of Durk's criminal record is the rumors and reports that have consistently linked him to numerous violent incidents and murders. His involvement in the streets has led many to believe that Durk's reputation as a figure capable of ruthless acts of violence is not just a myth or exaggerated hype. Stories about his participation in retaliation killings, gang wars, and other acts of violence have circulated for years, creating a dangerous aura around him. When you're known for running with some of the most notorious street figures in Chicago, people don't just see you as a rapper, they see you as a threat. But it's not just the rumors or his alleged actions that make Durk dangerous. It's also the fact that he's managed to thrive in the world of hip-hop, despite the constant threats and challenges he faces from both the streets and the industry. As he continued to grow in the rap game, Durk maintained a fierce sense of loyalty to his roots and those who helped him get to where he is. This loyalty has often put him in the middle of some of the most high-profile beefs in hip-hop, especially with rivals from his hometown of Chicago. The ongoing feud with the likes of Chief Keef and his associates, for example, has been well documented, and it has only added to the intensity of his reputation. Perhaps one of the most disturbing aspects of Durk's criminal history is his connection to the murder of FBG Duck, another Chicago rapper. Durk was rumored to have been implicated in the murder, and although he was never officially charged, the mere association has been enough to keep his name in the conversation of the most dangerous figures in the rap world. The murder of FBG Duck, a rapper who was often at odds with Durk and the O Block set, only added fuel to the fire that burns in Chicago's gang culture. Many believe that Durk's ties to the murder made him even more formidable, as it proved that he wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty when it came to protecting his reputation and his associates. This event has haunted Durk's career and continues to be a point of contention among his detractors and supporters alike. The combination of Durk's street credibility, his violent past, and his ability to remain successful in the rap game has made him a feared figure. It's clear that Durk understands the danger that comes with his position, and he doesn't shy away from it. He has made it clear in his music and public appearances that he's always on guard, always prepared for what may come next. This sense of paranoia and the need to stay vigilant is something that not only affects his personal life, but also his interactions with other artists and people in the industry. It's part of what makes Durk so unpredictable and dangerous. He's always ready to strike, whether through his music or through real-life action. What really sets Durk apart from many of his peers, however, is his ability to stay relevant in an industry that is constantly changing. He's managed to keep his street ties intact while also continuing to build a music career that resonates with millions. His ability to blend his violent past with his success in the rap world has allowed him to maintain a level of fear and respect that few others have. In many ways, Durk has become the embodiment of the danger that comes with street life. He's a walking reminder that in the world of rap, respect is often earned through fear. The fear that other rappers have of Lil Durk is not just about his past actions, but also about what he represents. Durk is a symbol of the harsh realities of street life that are often hidden beneath the glamour and success of the rap industry. For many, his presence in the game serves as a stark reminder that the world of hip-hop is not just about music, it's about survival, loyalty, and the willingness to do whatever it takes to maintain your status and protect what's yours. Durk's dark criminal record is a testament to the lengths he's willing to go to ensure his survival, and that's why, for many, he remains one of the scariest figures in the game. Lil Durk's legal troubles have been a constant part of his narrative, shaping both his public persona and his music. One of the most notable incidents occurred when he was arrested after police discovered 2 loaded guns in his possession. This arrest was significant, not only because it led to a 6-month prison sentence, but also because it served as a turning point in Durk's life. The time behind bars allowed him to reflect on his choices and gave him a new outlook on life, reinforcing the notion that his street life had consequences, even for someone as successful as he was. The experience was formative, adding a layer of depth to his understanding of the dangers that come with his lifestyle. However, his brushes with the law didn't end there. Just a few years later, in February 2019, Durk was caught up in a high-profile shooting incident that brought even more attention to his criminal history. The police issued a warrant for his arrest months after the shooting when video footage allegedly surfaced, showing the rapper driving past a location known as the Varsity and firing a gun. The charges against Durk were severe: attempted murder, aggravated assault, participation in criminal street gang activities, use of a weapon during the commission of a crime, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. These charges painted a picture of Durk not only as a participant in violence, but as someone involved in a larger criminal operation, a gang-affiliated figure who operated in the streets. In response to the warrant, Lil Durk took to social media, using his platform to announce his plans to turn himself in. He also dropped a song titled "Turn Myself In," in which he addressed the accusations and maintained his innocence. The track became a public statement of defiance, with Durk rapping about the false accusations that he felt had been levied against him. His words in the song and on Instagram reflected a sense of frustration with the justice system, as he repeatedly claimed that he was being targeted unjustly. It was clear that Durk was trying to distance himself from the negative narrative surrounding his name while still expressing a commitment to face whatever consequences lay ahead. Durk's decision to surrender to authorities was significant, not just because it demonstrated his willingness to take responsibility, but also because it showed a level of maturity and transparency. In an era where many celebrities try to evade the law or hide behind their fame, Durk's statement that he had nothing to hide and nothing to run from resonated with many. It was a rare instance of an artist acknowledging their troubled past while also asserting their innocence in the face of serious charges. It was a complicated moment for Durk, one where he had to balance his public persona as a rapper with the reality of the street life he had lived, but it was also a moment that highlighted his resilience and his commitment to facing his issues head-on. The charges and subsequent events added even more layers to Durk's complicated legacy, cementing his status not just as a talented rapper, but as someone who had seen firsthand the harsh realities of both the streets and the criminal justice system. His ability to navigate these challenges, while still maintaining a loyal fan base and continuing to make music, only solidified his place in the rap game. Through it all, Durk has remained a polarizing figure, someone both feared and respected, not only for his musical talent, but for his willingness to stand by his actions, whatever the consequences may be. subsequently released on bail after paying a $250,000 bond 3 years later. Lil Durk was eventually exonerated of all accusations and had his name erased from the record for those offenses. Durk's attorney Manny Aurora stated in an interview, "I am delighted that the accusations from 3+ years ago have been dropped, although it is sad that it took so long to achieve the result that we had fought from day one. I'm glad that everybody concerned can now move on." Lil Durk's music career continued to grow amid all the criminal controversies that surrounded him. However, 2024 spelled doom for Lil Durk as the police got another warrant for Durk's arrest, as the rapper was arrested on October 17, 2024, and was taken into federal custody. The rapper had gotten arrested in connection to an attack carried out by his gang, which he allegedly supervised and provided finances for. Lil Durk wanted to slide for King Va, as fans have mentioned earlier, as he was done with Quando Rondo's disrespect. Nonetheless, Lil D's revenge committed to his closest buddy went sour as someone else was murdered and things escalated. Lil Durk against NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk have always had a way of throwing shade and dissing each other, and no one even knows the root of their rivalry. Lil Durk went all in and reignited the flame of their rivalry when he dropped a new single in 2022 named Aha that saw the rapper directly diss NBA Youngboy. In the first verse, Durk rapped, "Acting like they really like that since my brody died, just got out the feds, you bring up murders with your police." Lil Durk single kicked dirt on NBA Youngboy's name, but that wasn't the worst part. It also featured Youngboy's ex-girlfriend Jania Mezel, who was romantically linked with King Von while he was alive. "I urged V to stay away from that since she posts on Just Fans." Durk rapped, "NBA little child wasn't about to see Lil Durk ruin his name and his relationship at the same time, thus he didn't let it pass." Young Boy replied to Lil Durk with his own diss track, and fans couldn't get enough of them. The rapper retaliated by unleashing a diss track called I Hate Young Boy, where he not only launched jabs at Durk, but also at Durk's girl India Royale and King Von. NBA Youngboy also mentioned King Von's alleged murderer Quando Rondo in the song. NBA rapped at the beginning of the track, "Quando got no filter, and he say that they going with him clean up on I'll low young, and let that chop blow, hey my brother let that stick blow, no that's my smoke, he called me a that's India that be your hoe." Lil Durk versus FBG Duck. One of Lil Durk's beefs that ended very ugly was the feud between FBG Duck and Lil Durk. The demise of FBG Duck offered his supporters an indication of how deep-rooted Lil Durk is in the gang scene. Chicago rapper FBG Duck was a part of the Black and Gangster Disciples War. The rapper released the song Dead in July 2020, where he dissed deceased members of the Black Disciples. Less than a month after releasing the song, FBG Duck was taken out on the streets outside of a boutique in Chicago. People who followed the news of Lil Durk's gang war believed that Durk might have played a role in his tragic passing, as he rapped about it in the song Should Have Ducked. Lil Durk rapped on the track, "He was dissing on my cousin, now he," and that with the song was a reference to the death of FBG Duck. He continued, "I informed my PO via the gate that I get high, as she questioned me, how high do I get high as Duck." Many fans feel Lil Durk was plainly dissing FBG Duck on the song, and he could have been the one behind his death. Lil Durk against Tiger. Lil Durk's respect badge rose up a notch further when he directly dissed one of the rap industry's most adored, Tyga, on a track in 2014. Durk started a dispute between himself and Tyga over one single sentence in his song Get That Money. The Chicago rapper took a swipe Tyga as he mentioned his then lover Black China and rapped $100 bottle, what a stripper swallow. Malaya Black China shout out to Iga. Tyga requested Durk to rewrite the line, and the Chicago rapper agreed to do the line over in return for a partnership with IGA, and he also agreed to the requirement. Durk, however, was pissed after Tyga stopped returning his text messages about their promised collaboration. Tyga went back on his word and didn't show up for the collaboration, which made Durk go harder on him and dropped another diss track dedicated to Tae. He rapped, "Heard Tyga sneak dissing on me, tell them not I'm not right, Tyga just got one name, but that ain't got one strip." The rivalry carried on for a long until both rappers decided to let it go, but fans wouldn't stop applauding for Lil Durk as he was proclaimed the victor of the beef with his diss track to Tyga. Lil Durk's terrifying gang history. Lil Durk is a member of the Black Disciples gang, and that led to his connection with King Vav, who was also a member of the Black Disciples. The two went on to become great friends until King Va was taken out of the game in November 2022. Unlike King Va, who is widely known for his violent nature, many believe that Lil Durk is a pretty-faced gangster who barely shows the stuff he's made of, but he's to be feared on the streets. In fact, there have been speculations that Durk was involved in the deadly war between the Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples of Chicago. The beef began in 2011 after a gangster disciple, Shael Gregory, popularly known as Tuka, was taken out by a masked hitman who was believed to be from the O-Block set of the Black Disciples. Several people believe that Lil Durk may have been the gang member that ended Tuck's life, and he made it evident after he released a diss track where he called out Tuka. Lil Durk has used the line "smoking that took a pack" in a couple of his songs. There were other speculations that it was King Va, since they were both from the same gang. Aside from Tuka, Durk has also dissed rappers from his rival gang who have died away. In his song El Anthem, Lil Durk dissed Lil Jojo, a member of 63rd Gangster Disciples. He rapped "Brick Squad, I say we go global with them." Thus, Lil Jojo reacted with the song BDK. Throughout the song, he lashed out members of the Black Disciples, most importantly Lil Durk, Chief Keef, and Lil Reese. On September 5, 2012, Lil Jojo was taken out quickly. Many people feel that Durk could have had a hand in Jojo's hit